Very good morning. Welcome to the Breakfast News on Rajya Sabha TV this Saturday morning. I'm Ashwarya with you. Let us start the Breakfast News with the headlines. Government won't budge on decision to implement a Citizenship Amendment Act, asserts Home Minister Amit Shah. Dares opposition for a debate on the act. BJP to begin a 10-day mass contact drive from 5th of January to support CAA. National Human Rights Commission seeks a report from Rajasthan on the death of over 100 infants in Kota within 4 weeks. Commission for Child Rights summoned CMO of the Kota hospital. India strongly condemns the vandalism at Nankana Sahib Gurudwara in Pakistan. Tells Pakistani government to take strong action against miscreants. Fresh US airstrike on pro-Iran convoy in Iraq kills 5 members of militia. US President Donald Trump says action taken to stop war, not to start one. UN Secretary General says cannot afford another Gulf war. India also advises restraint. And the 28th edition of World Book Fair begins at Pragati Maidan in Delhi to focus on Mahatma Gandhi as a writer. Over 600 publishers from 23 countries to participate. Home Minister Amit Shah has said that the government will not budge on its decision to implement the Citizenship Amendment Act or the CAA despite the opposition's misinformation campaign. Addressing a gathering in Jodhpur on Friday, Amit Shah confirmed that CAA was not against minorities. Amit Shah also launched an awareness program under which the BJP will take out 500 rallies across the country to reach out to 3 crore people. He also challenged the opposition for a discussion on CAA while accusing it of spreading misinformation on the act. Amit Shah asserted that there was no provision in the Citizenship Amendment Act to take anyone's citizenship away.
महात्मा गांधी जी का वादा था, क्या गांधी जी सांप्रदायिक थे? देश की संसद में जवाहरलाल नेहरू ने कहा था कि जो हिंदू और सिख आए हैं उनको हम नागरिकता देंगे, इसको यहां बसाएंगे। क्या वो भी सांप्रदायिक थे? सरदार पटेल, मौलाना आजाद, राजेंद्र बाबू, ये सारे लोगों ने कहा था, मगर कांग्रेस पार्टी वोट बैंक के डर से हिम्मत नहीं कर रही। एक 56 इंच की छाती वाला आदमी नरेंद्र मोदी है।
And Union Minister Piyush Goyal also accused the opposition parties of instigating youngsters on the Citizenship Amendment Act and triggering violence by spreading wrong perception about the new law. Speaking at an event in Mumbai on Friday, Piyush Goyal alleged that the Congress has become directionless and in its bid to remain relevant, it is trying to spread rumors and spark violence. He reiterated that the CAA won't take away the citizenship of any Indian.
मैं समझता हूँ विपक्ष शायद कंफ्यूज्ड है या एक डेलिब्रेट प्लान के हिसाब से कोशिश कर रहा है कि जनता को कंफ्यूज किया जाए इस सिटीजनशिप अमेंडमेंट एक्ट के बारे में। गलतफहमियों के आधार पर अलग अलग स्थानों पे हिंसा की भी वारदात करने की कोशिश की। देश भर में हमारे नेता, हमारे कार्यकर्ता लोगों से संपर्क करेंगे। अंदाजन 3 करोड़ परिवारों के साथ अगले 10 दिन में संपर्क होगा और जो गलतफहमियां प्रसिद्ध करने की कोशिश हुई है उसको हम खत्म करने के लिए प्रयास करेंगे।
Meanwhile, top BJP leaders led by party president Amit Shah will start a massive drive to make people aware and mobilize support for the Citizenship Amendment Act. In the 10-day long exercise starting 5th of January, BJP leaders will visit households across the country. Home Minister Amit Shah will be in the national capital, while party working president JP Nadda will visit households in Ghaziabad on the first day of the campaign. Other union ministers who will be launching campaigns include Nitin Gadkari in Nagpur, Rajnath Singh in Lucknow, Nirmala Sitharaman in Jaipur. And speaking to the media, BJP General Secretary Anil Jain said that Muslims have no reason to worry over any citizenship exercise, be it NPR or the NRC. He also accused the opposition parties of misleading the minorities by stoking their fears and concerns for political reasons.
देश में जो घर घर संपर्क अभियान है, इसके तहत हमने 5 तारीख को लॉन्चिंग का कार्यक्रम रखा है। 5 तारीख को एक साथ पार्टी के सभी वरिष्ठ नेता कहीं ना कहीं घर घर संपर्क अभियान प्रारंभ करेंगे और उसमें माननीय अमित शाह जी दिल्ली से, श्री जगत प्रकाश नड्डा जी जो हमारे कार्यकारी अध्यक्ष हैं वो गाजियाबाद से, माननीय राजनाथ सिंह जी लखनऊ से, नितिन गडकरी जी नागपुर से, ऐसे सभी वरिष्ठ नेता और सभी मुख्यमंत्री, पूर्व मुख्यमंत्री, उप मुख्यमंत्री इस कार्यक्रम का शुभारंभ करेंगे।
Meanwhile, Uttar Pradesh government has sent a report to the centre seeking a ban on Popular Front of India organisation for indulging in violence during the last month's anti-CAA protests. PFI's Uttar Pradesh head Wasim and 16 other activists have been arrested for their alleged role in violence during anti-CAA protests. Now, UP police said that they have enough evidence of PFI's involvement in the recent violence during protests in Lucknow and other districts of the state. Reports say that the PFI organisation was actively involved in violence, because of which 25 of PFI's members have been arrested.
PFI जो है वो सक्रिय रूप से इसमें इन्वॉल्व रहा है। यही कारण है कि हमने 25 उनके सक्रिय मेंबर्स को गिरफ्तार किया। हमारे पास एम्पल प्रूफ्स हैं, डॉक्यूमेंटेशंस हैं, इलेक्ट्रॉनिक फुटप्रिंट्स हैं, हमारे पास डेटा एक्सट्रैक्शंस के जितने भी वो हैं उन सबों से हमें ये प्रतीत होता है कि उनका इन्वॉल्वमेंट रहा है। उन्होंने बहुत ही सक्रिय रूप से मोबिलाइज किया है और इस मोबिलाइजेशन में पीएफआई का हाथ रहा है और यही कारण है कि हमने गृह विभाग को अनुरोध किया है कि हम इस पर अग्रिम कार्रवाई करें।
And India has condemned vandalism at the revered Nankana Sahib Gurudwara in Pakistan. In a statement, the Ministry of External Affairs said that strong action must be taken against those behind the desecration of the Nankana Sahib Gurudwara and the attack on Sikh community in Pakistan. The statement said that the members of the minority Sikh community have been subjected to acts of violence in the holy city of Nankana Sahib, the birthplace of Guru Nanak Dev. The Ministry of External Affairs called upon Pakistani government to take immediate steps to ensure their safety, security and the welfare of the Sikhs. They also asked them to take all measures to protect and preserve the sanctity of the holy Nankana Sahib Gurudwara. And in a Twitter message, Punjab Chief Minister Amarinder Singh has asked Pakistan Prime Minister Imran Khan to intervene in the matter after reports of stone pelting on Gurudwara Nankana Sahib. And the Ministry of External Affairs on Friday criticized Pakistan Prime Minister Imran Khan for spreading fake news. Now, Imran Khan had tweeted a video of what he claimed was a police action in Uttar Pradesh, but it turned out to be an incident in Bangladesh. He shared the video on his Twitter handle, claiming that it was of a police violence targeting Muslims in Uttar Pradesh. And Twitter users soon called out the Pakistani Prime Minister for tweeting fake news to target India. Later, the tweeted videos were deleted from his account. The two-day meeting of the Council of Ministers headed by Prime Minister Narendra Modi will continue today. According to reports, Prime Minister Narendra Modi has formed the group of secretaries to formulate the policies of the government, and the sectoral group formed under it made a presentation about various ministries yesterday. Also, all the ministries are reported to have a presentation on the plan for the next 5 years. The meeting is also expected to review the steps taken to speed up the country's economy and improve the economic conditions. The suggestions during the discussion are expected to be included in the budget as well. The meeting is also to churn out plans on promoting private investment in the country and efforts to make India a $5 trillion economy. Even before this, Prime Minister Modi had called a meeting of Council of Ministers on 21st of December last year, and this is the third meeting of the second term of the Modi government. News from Rajasthan now. The National Human Rights Commission has issued a notice to the Rajasthan government over the deaths of more than 100 infants in the state-run hospital in Kota since the beginning of December. Now, taking suo motu cognizance of the media reports, the Human Rights Panel observed that the painful deaths of children in such a large number is a matter of concern. In a statement released on Friday, the Commission said that the state is duty-bound to provide basic necessary medical care to its citizens. The NHRC has also sought a detailed report within 4 weeks from the Chief Secretary of the state, including on the steps being taken to address the issue and to ensure that in future, children do not die due to lack of infrastructure and health facilities at the hospitals. Meanwhile, a high-level team of experts also visited the J.K. Lone Hospital in Kota on Friday, comprising of a multidisciplinary team, including a top pediatricians. The team will support the state government for gap analysis and also quick measures to be taken. Based on the results, they will develop a joint action plan for providing required technical and financial support to the facility through the National Health Mission and the State Medical Education Department. And Rajasthan Health Minister Raghu Sharma also visited the hospital in Kota. He assured that any negligence on the part of hospital authorities will not be tolerated. This amid multiple reports that the condition of the infrastructure at the hospital remains in a worse condition. The medical facilities are ill-equipped to handle the number of patients at the government facility.
हमारा जितने भी यहाँ इक्विपमेंट्स हैं, चाहे वेंटिलेटर है, नेबुलाइजर है, चाहे और जो भी इक्विपमेंट्स की यहाँ जरूरत है, 15 जनवरी तक वो अपडेट हो जाएंगे। अभी हमने ऑर्डर भी दे दिया है। पैसे की व्यवस्था यहाँ पे है, जैसा मंत्री जी ने कहा 6 करोड़ रुपए यहाँ मौजूद है। तो हमारे इंटेंशन में किसी तरह की कोई आपको कमी नजर नहीं आनी चाहिए।
व्यवस्था बिल्कुल सही नहीं है और अभी काम हो रहा है वो भी कोई सही नहीं हो रहा है। संतोषजनक काम नहीं है। अभी मंत्री जी आ रहे हैं, इस वजह से आपको ऐसा दिख रहा है कुछ काम हो रहा है, अन्यथा कुछ काम नहीं है।
कुछ व्यवस्था नहीं है, ना हीटर है ना कुछ है। क्या तीन क्या मतलब ना बच्चे एक बेड पे पड़े हुए हैं, इसलिए संक्रमण हो रहे हैं यहाँ पे लोग। क्या व्यवस्था नाम की चीज नहीं है। लोग ठंड से मारे जा रहे हैं बेचारे गरीब लोग।
कुछ भी नहीं है। साफ सफाई 2 दिन तो शाम रहे और रात को दूसरा न लाए 13,500 का वो आने थे वो हीटर जब 4 10 बड़ा पलंग जाने जाके घर में यही वहाँ का दूसरा।
And after 100 infants died at a Kota hospital in Rajasthan, deaths of 10 infants at the Bundi's government hospital has now been reported in the state. The hospital administration in its clarification said that the deaths of children occurred due to various causes and added that it was not due to their irresponsibility.
पूरे 1 महीने में 1 जनवरी से लेकर 31 दिसंबर तक 10 बच्चों की मृत्यु हुई है। अलग अलग बीमारियों से हुई है और कुछ बच्चे जैसे बाहर से भी रेफर होकर आए थे और कुछ बच्चे कम वजन के बच्चे थे, किसी के सांस लेने में तकलीफ थी और गंदा पानी पी गए थे कुछ बच्चे, उस कारण से हुआ था।
News from the national capital now. In a big relief to those living in unauthorized colonies in the national capital, Union Housing and Urban Development Minister Hardeep Singh Puri handed over conveyance deeds and registry papers of houses to 20 residents. The documents were given to residents from unauthorized colonies in Raja Vihar and Suraj Park that fall under Rohini Assembly constituency. Now, terming the event as ceremonial, Hardeep Singh Puri said that in the coming days, more residents of unauthorized colonies will be given conveyance deeds and registry papers. The move to regularize such colonies is likely to benefit around 40 lakh residents. Till now, around 57,000 people have registered themselves within a portal of the Delhi Development Authority. The minister said that a special development fund will also be created to build a social development infrastructure in more than 1,700 colonies.
स्पेशल डेवलपमेंट फंड बनेगा और जो सोशल इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर है इन कॉलोनियों के लिए सड़कों का और बाकी जो सुविधाएं हैं हम उस फंड से बना के देंगे और ये जल्द से जल्द काम खत्म किया जाएगा।
काफ़ी वक्त से हम तलाश में थे कि कैसे ये मोदी जी हमारी समस्या को सुने, जैसे 370 हटाया या फिर और बहुत अच्छे कार्य किए उन्होंने। भाई हमको उम्मीद थी कि ये भी कार्य करें, उन्होंने ये करके दिखा दिया। सबसे बड़ी बात ये हमारे को महसूस हुई और इसमें कम बजट में मतलब 24 लाख रुपए जहां आदमी के लगने थे रजिस्ट्री में, उसमें हमारे समथिंग 19,400 रुपए में ये सारा कुछ करके दिया है हमारे को।
And the top international focus now, tensions have further escalated between the United States and Iran after the killing of Iranian commander Qasem Soleimani in a strike ordered by US President Donald Trump. Now, Baghdad's television reported that a fresh US airstrike targeted a commander in Iraq's Harshid al-Shabi paramilitary force early on Saturday. The official said that 5 members of the militia were killed. The official added that the identity of those killed was not immediately known. The United States is also sending 3,000 more army troops to the Middle East as reinforcements. They are in addition to about 700 soldiers who were deployed in Kuwait earlier this week after the storming of the US embassy compound in Baghdad by Iran-backed militiamen and their supporters. And the strike marked a major escalation in the conflict between Washington and Iraq as Iran vowed harsh retaliation for the killing of the senior military leader, Soleimani.
We are a peace-loving nation, and my administration remains firmly committed to establishing peace and harmony among the nations in the world. We do not seek war. We do not seek nation building. We do not seek regime change. But as president, I will never hesitate to defend the safety of the American people, you.
And the US Secretary of State Mike Pompeo defended the strike as wholly lawful, saying that Soleimani posed an imminent threat against the United States and its interests in the region. Pompeo called world leaders on Friday to explain and also defend Donald Trump's decision to order the airstrikes. And UN Secretary General Antonio Guterres is deeply concerned by the recent rise in tensions in the Middle East, where the US killed top Iranian commander Soleimani following violent protests at its embassy in Baghdad. And among rising tensions, India.
Earlier this morning, we issued the following statement attributable to the spokesman for the Secretary General. The Secretary General has consistently advocated for de-escalation in the Gulf. He is deeply concerned with the recent escalation. This is a moment in which leaders must exercise maximum restraint. The world cannot afford another war in the Gulf.
And India has appealed for calm amid rising tensions between the two nations, reacting to the killing of the top Iranian commander by the US. India on Friday said that increase in the tensions has alarmed the world. The MEA in a statement said that we have noted that a senior Iranian leader has been killed by the United States. The increase in tension has alarmed the world. Peace, stability and security in this region is of utmost importance to India. It is vital that the situation does not escalate further. India has consistently advocated restraint and continues to do so. And in more international news, Australian Prime Minister Scott Morrison has called off his 4-day visit to India from 13th of January due to the devastating bushfires in several parts of his country. Morrison was scheduled to hold extensive bilateral talks with Prime Minister Narendra Modi during the visit. The Australian Prime Minister was also scheduled to deliver the inaugural address at the Raisina Dialogue, the flagship annual lecture series organised by the Ministry of External Affairs. And earlier, Prime Minister Modi had a telephonic conversation with his Australian counterpart, during which he conveyed his heartfelt condolences on behalf of all Indians on the damage to life and property in Australia due to the severe and prolonged bushfires. He also offered India's unstinted support to Australia and the Australian people who are bravely facing this unprecedented natural calamity. And weather updates now. Delhi's air quality is in a poor category today with moderate fog. The fog near India Gate and other places in Delhi dipped the visibility to short range, slowing down the speeding vehicles. Around 6 flights were diverted this morning due to poor visibility amid fog conditions in Tamil Nadu as well. Around 10 flights have also been delayed. A total of 5 flights have been diverted to Hyderabad, while another was diverted to Tiruchirappalli. Cold wave conditions continue to prevail in Himachal Pradesh. Meanwhile, in many places, the temperature was recorded below zero. The Met Department has forecast snowfall and rainfall at several places in medium and high altitude areas of the state till 8th of January and rains in plain areas. And now let's talk about environment and climate change. The World Health Organization estimates that the climate change is expected to cause approximately 250,000 additional deaths per year between 2030 and 2050. Of these, 38,000 are likely to occur due to heat exposure in elderly people, 48,000 due to diarrhea, 60,000 due to malaria, and 95,000 due to childhood malnutrition. Climate change also impacts mental health. For instance, exposure to extreme weather events increases the risk of anxiety and depression, disproportionately affecting people who already suffer from pre-existing mental disorders. This leads us to realize the grave need to include the impact of climate change while planning our health strategies. And HRE Minister Ramesh Pokhriyal Nishank will inaugurate the 28th edition of the annual New Delhi World Book Fair today at Pragati Maidan in New Delhi. The book fair, organized by the National Book Trust, will run till the 12th of this month. Now, as part of Mahatma Gandhi's 150th birth anniversary celebrations, the theme of the fair this time is Gandhi, the writer's writer. The theme underscores the influence of Mahatma Gandhi on Indian literature and some major authors of India and abroad, and also brings into focus the various aspects of Gandhi as a writer, editor, journalist, publisher, printer, a mass communicator par excellence. The fair will be open to public daily from 11 a.m. to 8 p.m.
गांधी ने जो जीवन की एक दृष्टि दी है, समाज को आगे बढ़ाने का जो उन्होंने एक विचार दिया है, उसको लेकर के गांधी का है। राजनीति, समाजशास्त्र, अर्थशास्त्र, भूगोल, सब के बारे में गांधी, ऐसी कोई चीज नहीं है जो गांधी ने नहीं कही है, और ऐसी कोई चीज नहीं होगी जो मेले में नहीं मिलेगी, पुस्तक मेले में आपको उससे जुड़ी हुई नहीं मिलेगी।
And with that, we wrap up this edition of Breakfast News. Thanks for watching. Have a great day ahead.